What's shaking, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Gardner Oat, founder and CEO of GEMS Intercontinental, an abbreviation for Gardner's English Mastery School Intercontinental, where we learn English the practical and conversational way. Well, I'm back again with another exciting episode on making and receiving phone calls. And to be very specific, I have prepared detailed slides on what to say when you can't hear the person on the other end of the line clearly. So without wasting much time, let's dive in. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble hearing you. Could you please repeat that? Now, this particular phrase is polite, clear, and directly addresses the issue without sounding rude. So make sure that you use it when the audio is unclear or breaking up during a call, and keep your tone calm and apologetic, not frustrated. Let's get to the next one. I'm sorry, your voice is a little faint. Would you mind speaking up a bit? Now, this particular phrase gently asks for judgment, or rather adjustment, without blaming the speaker. So when the other person is speaking too softly on the other end of the line, this is when you make use of this phrase. Make sure that you use a friendly tone so it does not sound like criticism. Let's get to the next one. Apologies, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Now, this particular phrase is simple, polite, and commonly used in both formal and casual settings. You use this particular phrase when you miss a part of what was said. So make sure that you use a calm, relaxed tone, but avoid overusing this phrase and try to focus actively after asking. Let's get to the next one. Sorry, the line seems a bit unclear. Can you repeat the last part? Now, this particular phrase works simply because it shifts the issue to the connection and not the person. So you use it when there is poor network quality, and make sure that you use a polite tone, and remember that blaming the line keeps the interaction smooth and respectful. Sorry about that. Let's get to the next one. I'm breaking up on my end. Are you able to hear me clearly? Now, this particular phrase shows awareness and invites mutual clarity. So you use it when the issue might be on your side, and make sure that you use a calm, inquisitive tone and check both directions of communication. Let's get to the next one. Could you please say that a bit slower? I want to make sure I understand you correctly. Now, this particular phrase shows interest in understanding, not just hearing, and you use it when the speaker is talking too fast. Alright? Make sure that you use a formal tone, because this works especially well in professional conversations. Let's get to the next one. Could you please say that a bit slower? I want to make sure I understand you correctly. Now, this particular phrase shows interest in understanding and not just hearing. So make sure that you use it when the speaker is talking too fast, and use a formal tone, because this works especially well in professional conversations. Let's get to the next one. Sorry, I missed that part. What did you say after ... So this particular phrase shows active listening, and it helps the speaker pick up exactly where needed. So you use it when you partially had the message. So you say it, this is how you actually say it. You repeat a keyword to show that you are paying attention. Okay, let's get to the next one. I'm sorry, there's a bit of background noise. Could you repeat that? Now, this particular phrase explains the issue without placing blame. You use it when environmental noise affects clarity, and you actually say it using an inquisitive tone, and you move to a quieter place if possible. Let's get to the next one. Would you mind repeating that last point? I want to be sure I got it right. Now, this particular phrase emphasizes accuracy and professionalism. And remember, you use it in professional or business discussions, and you can even nod, even when you're on call, because it helps your tone to stay engaged. Alright, let's get to the next one. Hi, I'm sorry, I think the call is cutting out. Could you say that again? Now, this particular phrase clearly identifies the technical issue, and you actually use it when the connection keeps dropping. So you say it in a calm tone, and if it persists, suggest switching networks or calling back. Let's get to the next one. I didn't quite hear that clearly. Could you go over it one more time? Now, this particular phrase is polite and shows willingness to understand, and it is used in general situations where clarity is needed. You actually use a soft tone to keep it friendly. Let's get to the next one. Sorry about that, your audio is a bit choppy on my end. Now, this particular phrase describes the problem without blaming the speaker. So you use it when you use it when sound cuts in and out, right? And you make sure that you use, or rather you say it in a calm tone. Get to the next one. Could you repeat that, please? I want to make sure I don't miss anything important. Now, this particular phrase shows attentiveness and professionalism, and it is important. You actually get to use it in important or detailed conversations. So make sure that you say it in a relaxed tone and have a pen ready to take notes. Let's get to the next one. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Could you please say it again? This particular phrase is respectful and avoids awkward guessing. So you actually use it when you miss someone's name, alright? And you say it, you use a slightly casual tone and you repeat the name back to confirm. Let's get to the next one. Would you mind saying that a bit louder? The connection isn't very clear. This particular phrase combines clarity with politeness. So you say it in low volume combined with poor connection, alright? Situations. You actually use it in situations where there is low volume, which is combined with poor connection. And you keep your voice gentle to avoid sounding demanding. Let's get to the next one. Sorry, could you repeat the last sentence? I lost you for a moment. Now, this particular phrase keeps the conversation flowing smoothly, and you use it actually in brief connection interruptions. So make sure that you use short, direct requests to avoid frustration. Let's get to the next one. I'm not sure I had that correctly. Did you say ... Now, this particular phrase encourages clarification and it when you want to confirm accuracy, right? And this is how you actually say it. Make sure that you use an honest tone and be specific, because this is great for important details like numbers or dates. Alright? Yep, let's get to the next one. Now, this particular phrase acknowledges technical delay without confusion, and you use it when there is a lag in the call. So you speak slightly slower to match the delay. Let's get to the next one. I'm having trouble hearing you clearly. Should we try reconnecting? Now, this particular phrase offers a solution instead of repeating endlessly. So when the call quality is consistently anymore, then you actually use this phrase. Okay, so make sure that you use a polite, proactive tone to suggest a callback or alternative platform. Let's get to the last one for the day. Sorry, the line isn't very clear on my side. Could you please go over that again? Now, this particular phrase is polite, clear, and non-confrontational, and you say it actually in general poor audio situations. And make sure that you keep your tone steady and patient, even if it happens multiple times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, up to that point in time, it's been an absolute pleasure having you for this episode. Thank you so much for making time. Until I see you on the next one, bye bye.